Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Mr. Toolmark, Super Chaffee, is going to get even more super today. He's going to achieve his third mark. We're going to watch him do it. And he is a tier 6 in a tier 6 game. He's got like really good... well, actually, it would be better if his matchmaking if he was bottom tier. And he could do what he's going to do. Because as bottom tier, there'd be more higher tier tanks and more HP. And he is going to do a little bit of spotting. For those of you who enjoy light tank gameplay today, I got two incredible light tank games. Kind of the mid, I think this is a tier 6, and then we're going to watch a tier 7. Light tank doing what they should do. This one on a map that makes it, I guess, this is the best map for spotting in the game. And he's gone to one of the best original or first positions that you can go to in a game. And he spotted his counterpart, and he actually fires his gun. Did he get spotted when he fired? No. So that other light tank is feeling a little bit not so good. That's the Russian T-50-2. He's going to do some active dying now. He tried active spotting. That didn't work. Now he's going to try some active dying. Is my prediction. This, and it doesn't matter if he pokes this ridgeline. He will not spot this Chaffee. He has to, even though like it looks like the tank is visible there, he's completely concealed by that bush. The four corners of the tank are concealed. And I think there's a spot on the top. Is the Chaffee too tall for this? A bush, he is. There you go. I was wrong. Now we know. The Chaffee, the Super Chaffee is too tall for that bush. I was a little, when I said you can't get spotted there. I've been there many times in a Burask and an ELC, and you're invisible. It looks like the super bobble-headed Chaffee is too high. And the top, maybe if he's right there, but in some positions it looks like the top of the tank pokes over the bush. And the way the spotting works, right? If from the observation device of the spotting tank, active dying, like I said, he actively died. Good job. We'll see how much spotting assist that T-50-2 got. I would say almost 0. But so from the observation port of the spotting tank, if you can draw a direct line of sight to there's detection ports modeled into the all the tanks, and I believe there's one on each of the four corners and one on top of the turret. And if you get in a bush, if any one of your detection nodes is not concealed, like if you're in the bush but your back wheel is sticking out of the bush, and someone gets in a line of sight so that there's direct line of sight to that back wheel to his, he'll spot you, right? You have to be completely concealed. Or if your back right tire is sticking out, but the guy's on the other side of the bush will conceal you. It has to be direct, right? So, yeah, disadvantage to some of the taller tanks like this Super Chaffee. But hey, he got out of it unscathed. And he's on a map that's like, this is the spotting heaven. If you get this map and you're in a light tank, you got to try and do some spotting. This is where you'll get your monster games. He spotted the T-34-85. He's racking just by poking this bush. And on this map, usually like 60% of the players go to 1, 2, 3 line. So he's just racking up the spotting assist here. And now he's doing some don't actively die. But did you see what he did there? He crested the ridgeline not with his whole tank, just with his observation device. And he did that by zooming in. Did you see what he did that when he did that little sweep? He was kind of in sniper mode. And he did not crest the ridge. You don't have to crest the ridgeline with your whole tank. That's how you actively die. He just crested the ridgeline. He just made the top observation port on his top of his turret crest the ridgeline, and that's enough to spot people. You don't have, right? Because you don't observe from your track wheel. You observe from your, well, technically it's the commander's hatch, but all the tanks have what are the observation modeled in spot. They spot from one model position on top of the turret. You can look them up for, I mean, you know, if you're really into this game, you can look up the 3D modeling for all the tanks. You can go into some websites and you can see where the, because some of them are a little bit wonky. You know, some of the tanks that have, see, that time he crested the ridgeline with his whole tank and he got shot. Some of the tanks that have their track wheels and their track sticking way out in front of the hull have wonky detection ports. And it's, you have to look, each tank is different, but generally speaking, one on each of the corners and one on top, sort of. Anyways, where's that? Oh. Risks his tank for 103 damage. That's one of the things about this tank. It does so little damage, right? Do you risk getting shot back just to pump out your 100 damage? You're better off spotting in this thing. And that's how he's going to 3-mark it, by spotting. And you'll notice I'm in a very calm mood today. We're actually discussing the game. We're not discussing a new way of making fish. Did you guys watch that video? I figured out a new way of making fish. It still makes me laugh. I'm laughing to myself. I just thought about it. It was a month ago. Yeah, so this particular video is just, we're just watching the game. The next game is going to be, oh, he actively died. And now he's bushed himself. And he's shooting. And that guy's not moving. That guy's actively dying without moving. Oh, why did you shoot? Now he's racking up some good damage here. Very nice. All right, go get him, Tiger. Now they're, you know where they all are. They're all in that 1, 2, 3 ABC. ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. They're in that quadrant. And he's just going to move. There he is. He spotted that guy. Just take a shot on him. Dip to the low ground. Let your teammates handle him. Right? He spotted him. He dipped to the low ground so he can't get shot. Teammates handle him. He gets all the spotting assists. Perfect light tank gameplay. That's exactly how you have to do it. When you spot that guy, you don't circle him, because his teammates will shoot you. You drop into the low ground. You're going to get all the spotting assists, all the credit for it. This is absolute perfect light tank gameplay. He did it again. Oops, he did it again. And he spots the last guy. This is a thing of beauty. Up the ass for you. Game over. GG. And that's how you get your 3rd mark. Absolutely textbook perfect light tank game. He gets Confederate and patrol duty. Look at all the people he spotted there. And how much spotting assist in total? Well, first of all, he finished on top with 1,100 damage. And he did 3,655 spotting assist in Tier 6. And because most of his XP was from spotting, not from shooting. Remember, spotting damage assist is free. Damage that you do costs credits because you have to fire your gun, right? So most of his XP was from damage assist, so without a premium account, he made credits. Remember that, because you can make credits playing light, mid-tier light tanks, because you can get damage assist and XP without spending credits, just by detection on a lot of maps. Remember that. Now, this is a much more difficult situation, guys, okay? This guy's platooning with his friends, and he thought, hey, I'll take out a light tank. You guys play TDs. I'm going to do some spotting. Of course, because they're platoon, Wargaming says, oh, you guys are playing together. Chances are you're going to continue to platoon and play this game for a number of hours. So we don't have to cater to you. We know that you're committed to the game for a couple of hours. So screw you. We're going to put you bottom tier and screw your matchmaking for at least an hour. We've also noticed that you've turned on personal reserve, so you're going to keep playing. So we have no intention of making your experience enjoyable. That's the Russian way. But anyways, he's in a tier 10 game, so it's much more difficult. And he's on a map that's very, very difficult to achieve good spotting results. This is not a very good spotting map. But what does he do? He moves into this bush. He's also got a very different type of light tank. A light tank that you can do a lot of damage with. It's kind of a damage-dealing light, and he's moved into a bush. His two TDs, he's got two TDs behind him, and he's not going to fire his gun. I'm almost positive, and he's spotting. He got there early. This is a typical position that the enemies will go. They'll come around here and round the corner and try and get up the donut, right? And he's going to rack up some. This is good. This is amazing, right? Tier 10 game, okay? More HP. He's already at 3,000. He's already almost equaled what the Super Chaffee did. Now, this would not have worked if his team moved aggressively into the E3F. If his team rounded the corner, right? If he had 2 or 3 heavy tanks that just drove past him and went up the corner to move to a more aggressive position, if his team was aggressive, then they would have detected these guys anyway, and he wouldn't be getting spotting assist, right? Then he would have to rethink his strategy. You guys, you get that, right? Because if his team moved up past him, like now his friend in the WZ-120 has moved up and probably going to get himself detected and is going to actively die. If his team moves up beyond him, then he's not providing assistance anymore because they can do their own detection. So you got to think about that when you're a light tank. You got to move into a position where you can spot the enemy when your teammates cannot, and then you'll get spotting assist. If his teammates move in front of him and he just continues to sit in that bush, it's just a waste. Now he's moving into a bush that is very frequently blind shot. And has he spotted this guy? I'm not sure if it's... Yeah, I think it's him that spotted him. But that's going to be a tough tank for his teammates to pen. And let's just be patient here, guys, because it's this result is... I mean, if you're a light tank player, you're loving this. Now his teammates I said, okay, we did the initial bit of damage, 3,700 damage, and now his teammates have moved up. You see, his teammate moved up, he got spotted himself and is getting shot. So now he's thinking, okay, I'm not really achieving anything, I've got to do something. Perfect, right? He's realized now he's not doing that much, but he got the assistance damage on the T95. Good, so he's moved up to the next bush. This is beautiful. He's staying ahead. This is the perfect light tank gameplay, right? He's not behind his heavy tank sniping, trying to pad his WN8. He's trying to spot for that. He got blind shot there. Or that guy was trying to shoot the 50 TP behind him and accidentally hit him. The guy who just took that shot is going, ghost shell. And he's thinking, damn, that was bad luck. There's half his HP. It's tough. It's tough in a tier 10 game, guys. The tier 7 light tank. Also, he's going to get proxy spotted. He's proxy spotted. There you go. And he knows this. That's why he's behind the rock. Now you cannot poke that bush anymore. The other thing that's difficult, tier 7 light tank, I wouldn't poke that bush. They could blind shoot that bush now. They're very dangerous. But he could get a shot here. He could do like, boop! There, he could bounce a shot. Good. The other thing that's very important when you're playing, when you get to tier 7, it's not important at tier 6, but tier 7, remember this. If you're bottom tier and you're fighting against tier, in this case, oh no, he's tier 8, I'm sorry. I got the whole thing in my head wrong. He's not tier 7, he's tier 8. But my point is the same though. When you get to tier 7, especially, as a light tank, and tier 8, but especially tier 7, recognize that if you're in matchmaking versus tier 8s and 9s, there can be people on the enemy team that have a commander's vision system, okay? That can detect you more easily, that can, if you're behind a bush, you are more, they can penetrate bushes, right? The bushes, they lose. You know what I'm saying? Commander's vision system decreases the your concealment behind bushes, even if you're a light tank. An enemy with commander's vision system will decrease your concealment when you're moving, even if you're a light tank. So you know how light tanks have their same concealment whether they're moving or stationary? That's true unless someone has commander's vision system. So if you're tier 7, you don't have commander's vision system. You can't get it. One of the enemies, if you're a tier 7 light tank and there's a Burask on the enemy team, he might be able to detect you easily if he has commander's vision system. And this guy's gonna... Boom! And there goes his buddy.
Drive on.
Drive on! He ends it in stat. Vehicle drought.
Please make your way to the helicopter.
Get in the chopper. So he does it in style there, guys. He gets patrol duty. Finishes on top with 720. I'm surprised he did 721 damage. He did 8,233 spotting assist on a very difficult map. And watch this. Because he barely fired his gun, so he spent very little credits. Without a premium account, at tier 8, he would have made 27,000 credits. He made 53,000 with a premium account. So this is how you make credits without firing your gun. Great light tank gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave some comments in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. And I will catch you guys on the next one.